Hello, everyone. I'm Tiana S, reporting for Kids First, and today I'm speaking with Jeff Hodsden and Tim Pollock about the new Apple TV Plus series, Life by Ella. Hello, everyone. I'm Tiana S, reporting for Kids First. Welcome.
Hi, Tiana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I loved the show Life by Ella, and I can't wait to speak with you about it.
That's great. That's great to hear.
Yeah. So, Mr. Hodsden, in Life by Ella, the main character, Ella, is a cancer survivor that is now ready to take on the world and is determined to face her fears and not let her friends or social media distract her. Cancer survivors tend to have a whole new outlook on the world, and it becomes their superpower. How did you make sure to convey that in this series?
Well, we had to, her coming out of this horrible place, she suddenly has this positive outlook on everything, but the world that surrounds her is not so easy. Like her friends and family, they went through it with her. And a lot of them aren't ready for this positive outlook. They're still worried about her. They went through their own struggles and everything. So I think a lot of our character, Ella, is figuring out not only to keep up her positive attitude, but also try to share this positive attitude with their friends and family and realize like, listen, we can't worry about tomorrow. We can't worry about this coming back or my cancer coming back or this or that. Let's just enjoy this day. And it's a challenge for her to get everybody to see that.
I'm sure. Like, I got to view the first episode and just seeing how she was really determined on facing her fears and really identifying what has been wrong with her all this time. It's just really like a stepping stone for Ella.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think like it's, when I was in middle school, when I was Ella's age, I was terrified of everything. And little secret, I still am. But a lot of middle schoolers, especially, I think, insecurity, is sort of rules the day. You're worried about what people think about you. And I think to us, having Ella come out of her experience, not worrying about that, determined to not waste time worrying about things that are not important. I think that's a lesson that I think a lot of us could use. I know I still could use it, and I think it's important.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Me being 11 in middle school myself, I can definitely relate to having all the insecurities and really worrying about if people are judging you or what's going to happen. So I really find inspiration from Ella just always wanting to face her fears.
I do not envy you having to go through that.
For me, I'm still worried about you're judging me right now.
Exactly.
So
I am not judging you. I love the show. So, Mr. Pollock, the actors really embodied their characters, and the casting is one of the most important parts of creating a movie. Once you get that out of the way, it's sort of a relief, like, phew. So at what point did you think, yes, this is going to be a great series and that you did a great job of casting?
Well, you're so right. You must have done this before because, like finding the right actors to make these characters who, yeah, they're on a page, but you need to make them into actual characters and actual people. And so when we found Lily Brooks O'Brien, Jeff and I just knew, all right, this is going to work because she was so outstanding. I mean, she's so talented as an actor. When she read the couple scenes that she had to audition, she knocked them out of the park. But in talking to her before and after the audition is when we really knew because, she was a St. Jude's ambassador. So this was a subject matter that was near and dear to her heart and she was passionate about. Like we couldn't ask for more for someone to play the lead in this series, which is obviously, an important subject matter. But Lily's maturity and talking to her and finding out that she sort of was years ahead in schoolwork and just she sort of had this perspective on the world that was sort of uncommon for someone her age. And that's exactly what Ella has, right? I mean, her experience gave her this maturity. And so when we sort of realized that Lily Brooks was going to bring that to the part, and you could see it in the nuances of her performance, we really knew. But that same phenomenon sort of repeated itself with every single part. So, Kai was a really difficult part to cast. And when we first saw Artyom, I mean, we started texting each other before he was even done. We were like, this is it. This is Kai. And it's just so funny because Artyom is the opposite of Kai. Kai is insecure and fearful and caught up in his own head. And Artyom is a dancer and a football player and just one of the most charismatic people you'll ever meet. And so he is the opposite of Kai, but he just did such a great job because he's so, he's funny, but at the same time, he's got such a sweet heart. And it sort of comes across in his performance on Kai. And the same with Vanessa Carrasco, who plays Jimena, Mary Faber and Kevin Rahm, who play our parents, and Aiden Wallace, who plays Grady. I mean, that was another very difficult part to cast because Grady is an interesting character. I mean, he's a little bit angry at the world and jealous that, you know, he doesn't get the love and affection that his sister does, but also sort of knows it's a little odd that he's jealous of her because she was sick. But Aiden sort of was able to embody all of that. And so we were just blown away when we met Aiden as well. So
It's like lightning in a bottle. I was lucky.
Well, you definitely picked the right cast. I mean, the show was just amazing. And it seemed like casting was actually pretty easy, just judging that everybody was just able to get into their role so quickly and so well.
it was easy for us because we had great casting directors,
Yes,
and they did
really.
all the hard work. So Jeff and I, were just able to, we assembled casting is assembling a team, but we also assembled a great team on the crew who, from the casting directors to the directors to, every member of the team, and then Jeff and I got to stay out of the way. And that is what we do best.
And we had a few good writers too.
Yes, well, the show is amazing.
I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Hodsden, what will viewers most enjoy about Ella's story?
I think they're going to be able to walk away watching the show and being able to find something so positive and that started out so negative. And I think for, young people, especially, it's easy to get down on yourselves. I mean, even as adults, we get down on ourselves and you get worried about the world and sometimes it becomes overwhelming, but yet her attitude makes you feel better about it. It makes you feel better about life. You want to be like Ella. You want to find that positive side. You want to live for the day and be happy because we don't have that much time. So we got to enjoy it while we got it.
I couldn't agree more. Well, thank you for speaking with me.
Thank you for
Thank
speaking
you.
with
It
us.
was great meeting you.
You too. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you both so much for speaking with me today, and I look forward to seeing more of Life by Ella in the future. To everybody watching, make sure to check out Life by Ella, streaming Friday, September 2nd, 2022, exclusively on Apple TV+. That's all for this interview for Kids First. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our next reviews or interviews. Again, I'm Tiana S. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Gotta be on.